Welcome to Internet Quality Academy. The channel is for the quality control engineer, civil engineer, and the site engineer who are working in the construction field. In this channel, we are dealing with anything and everything which is required to get success in the construction. Today also, I'm going to discuss about a very important topics of the quality control. That is, what are the factors affecting the durability of the concrete? It is very much important for our structure that our concrete should be durable, but it is affecting so many factors that are ruining the durability of the concrete. So today's video we will know what is durability, what is the factors that are affecting the durability, and what is the remedial measure for the durability concern. So stay tuned until the end to get the full information about this. And if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. So without wasting time, let's jump into the subject. That is, what are the factors that are affecting the durability of the concrete? So before that, we need to know what is the durability of the concrete. So first, what is the durability concrete? Durability of concrete refers to its ability to resist various weathering actions, chemical attacks, abrasion, or any other process of deterioration while maintaining its desired engineering properties over its expected severe life. Now, we are doing the concrete that are for the so many lives. So not only for that 1 year, 2 year, but it's 50 years, 60 years, 100 years is now. This concrete is on the earth. So there is a different weather on the earth. There is a rainy weather, there is the extreme heat, extreme cold, there is a chemical, there's a hazardous material. These are all are affecting the concrete's properties. Now, how this concrete will withstand all these effect and maintain the desired properties, that is the durability of the concrete. As like we human beings, we are protecting ourselves from the environment and make our life healthier. That is also, it is to be maintain the concrete, that is the concrete durability, to maintain its lifespans from the various environmental factors. So a durable concrete will retain its structural integrity, strength, and appearance despite exposure to adverse environmental and severe condition. Now, if you want to know more about durability, I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. You will get full information about the durability. But today we are discussing what are the factors that are affecting durability. So now it's clear, durability is a measure that how the concrete will withstand with the various environmental factors and maintain its properties over the lifespan. Now, what is the factor that can be affected the durability of the concrete? There are severe factors and there are many factors. I will discuss some here. So first things is the durability is depend on the water cement ratio. What is water cement ratio? That all we know that the ratio in the mix of the concrete was water to cement, that is called the water cement ratio. Now it is called the water cementitious material ratios, because we are supplementing the cement or we are using different cementitious material like pulverized fuel ash, GGBS, microsilicate, everything. So it becomes the water cementitious ratio. So this water cementitious ratio is very much important for the durability of the concrete. So a lower water cement ratio produces dense impermeable concrete, improving durability. A higher ratio increases the porosity and allows ingress of harmful substances. Now, here it is that what is water cement ratio, what is the, or how we can select the water cement ratio. I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. You will get the full information about the water cement ratio. But for now, we need to know that if the water cement ratio is more, then it will make the porosity high porosity. So now, how it is the porosity is made? Then if the porosity is more, what will happen? What this concrete is in the environment, and in the environment there are chemical, and there are sulfide, there is chloride, there is carbon dioxide, there is also moisture that will penetrate inside the concrete. So whenever all the chemicals will penetrate inside the concrete, what will happen? These will start reacting with the concrete as well as with the reinforcement. So it will corrode the reinforcement, or the reinforcement will corrosion will be happen. And what will happen if the corrosion of reinforcement? The stress is developed, volume will increase, and the concrete will there will be cracks, falling, and everything. In the same way, if the chemical is reacting with the concrete itself also, that is also affecting the concrete strength and the concrete durability. So it is very much important to choose the proper water cement ratio of the mix for the concrete durability. So whenever you are doing the mix design of the concrete as per the project specification and as per the IS code, you need to find out the optimal water cement ratio. It is the first and foremost things for the durability concern. Then the cement content, that is also important, because cement content is why, because whenever we are adding water into the cement, it start reacting with the cement, and we are calling it that's the hydration of the cement, and it is the producing the heat. So if there is a excess heat, what will happen? That will crack the concrete, and if the concrete is cracked, again that from that crack, all this chemical ion, there's a sulfate, chloride, and carbon dioxide and moisture will enter, and again it will corrode the steel, and again the parameter, the durability or the strength of the concrete will be reduces. So it is very much important to know, find out the optimal cement content to reduce the heat of hydration and the cracks and everything. Then consolidation of concrete, that is also very much important. Why? Because if we are not doing the concrete properly, what will happen? There will be a void inside the concrete, and if there is a void, at the void there will be no homogeneity maintained. So there will be different parts, they have different grades, of different density will be occurred, and from this void, again these all the chemical attacks will happen, and again the concrete strength will be reduces. Then curing of concrete, it is very much important to get the proper durability of the concrete. If we cannot do the proper curing, it is not possible to make our concrete durable. So proper curing ensuring full hydration of cement, leading to increased strength and reduces permeability. Inadequately cured concrete can result in surface cracking and allow moisture ingress, reducing in lifespan. So if the concrete is not properly cured, what will happen? In the early stage, the plastic shrinkage will happen, and then in later stage, then there will be a thermal shrinkage, or there will be a carbonation shrinkage. All that can be happen, and that all are affecting the durability of the concrete. That is why the curing is important. So whenever you are doing the concrete, you need to maintain a proper procedure that how the concrete will be cured, what will be the checkpoint, what will be the curing method, what will the curing material, whether it is a water curing, or it is a chemical curing, steam curing, whatever, that you need to ensure properly to get the proper durability. Otherwise, durability will be a concern. So next is cement type. That is also very much important, because different types of cement have varying levels of durability in specific environments. For example, sulfate resistant cement is essential in areas exposed to sulfates. So whatever the area, that you need to find out, if it is a very much sulfate area, that you need to sulfate resistant cement, so that if the sulfate is coming into the contact of the cement or the concrete, that will not affect the durability. So that is why, according to your requirement, you need to choose what type of cement is suitable for your concrete. Then again, Portland slag cement or Portland cement can achieve resistance to chemical attacks in aggressive environment. So that is also important, that what type of cement we are using. Now these are the things that we need to take care very carefully whenever we are doing the concrete, or whenever we are placing the reinforcement. That time we need to ensure that the nominal cover is as per the requirement. So what is nominal cover, what is the clear cover, what is the clear depth, that I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get the full information about the nominal cover. So, but how it is affecting? Adequate concrete cover over reinforcement bars protects them from corrosion caused by environmental factors. Insufficient cover can lead to moisture reaching steel bars, causing rust and spoiling of the concrete. So that is why we need to ensure the proper cover or the nominal cover. What is happening? This nominal cover, the area where there will be no reinforcement. So what is happening whenever the concrete is exposed to the environment, the moisture, the carbon dioxide, sulfate, chloride, that has the tendency to penetrate inside the concrete. Now, it is a very slow process, but if we are exposed steel on the surface of the concrete, it can immediately react with this moisture or the sulfate or the chloride, and then the corrosion will happen. The corrosion has two types, that is the carbon induced corrosion or the chloride induced corrosion that can happen in the reinforcement. And what is corrosion, how this happen, what is the electrochemical formula? I have made a detailed video on this. Link is there or in the description. You will get full information about the corrosion of the reinforcement. So this nominal cover is very much important, but it is neglected at the site so many times that okay, chalta hai or whatever, this attitude. So what is happening? Whenever you are doing the concrete, you need to ensure that cover is adequate, number of cover is there, what is the minimum number or the it's produced, what is the center distance of the cover, and how it is tied with the reinforcement, so that whenever you are doing the concrete, it should not displace. So that all the things you need to verify for this nominal cover. And if it is mentioned in the drawing, make it 50, so you have to maintain 50. There is no other option that you can make it 45 or 40. You have to make it 50 to make the concrete durable over the time. Then permeability of concrete, that all I will discuss, that we need to dense concrete so that permeability is nominal. Why? If the permeability is more, then what will happen, that sulfate, chloride or whatever the harmful chemical along with the moisture, it will penetrate inside the concrete. And if it is penetrated inside the concrete, the reinforcement and the concrete strength will be deteriorated and will not get the lifespan or the durability of the concrete. Then environmental exposure. Now, in our IS code, it is mentioned what is the environmental condition and exposure condition, and there are different 5 categories, that is a mild, severe, very severe, extreme, moderate. So these are the 5 categories of environmental exposure condition. And for 5 categories, what will be the minimum water cement ratio, what will be the minimum cement content, and what will be the minimum grade of concrete, that are all mentioned in the IS code. And I have made a detailed video on this environmental exposure condition. Link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get full information about the environmental exposure condition. So this environmental exposure condition also affect the durability of the concrete. Exposure to moisture, aggressive chemicals, freeze cycles and salt can degrade the concrete over time. Concrete in marine environments faces chloride attack, leading to corrosion of reinforcement and reduces durability. So that is why where your concrete is there, you need to find out the first environmental exposure condition, and according to the environmental exposure condition, you need to prepare our concrete or the mixed design or the protective coating over the concrete. You need to prepare, maybe for the waterproofing membrane, you have to apply over the concrete so that the water and the other chemicals cannot penetrate inside the concrete. So this environmental exposure condition also another factor for the durability. Then temperature effect. High temperature can cause rapid hydration, leading to shrinkage and cracks. Extreme environmental temperature can cause thermal expansion or contraction. Concrete in hot climates can suffer from rapid moisture loss, leading to early age cracking. Now, temperature of environment and temperature of concrete, that has the effect on the concrete strength and the concrete durability. So one thing I already discussed, that is the evaporation. Now If the evaporation rate is higher than the bleeding rate of the concrete, then the shrinkage crack will happen. Now, what is shrinkage crack? What are the different shrinkage cracks that I all discuss about a video in details? Link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get the full information. But here it is, you need to know if there is a temperature effect, then there can be a crack inside the concrete or the surface. Both are not good for our concrete. If any crack on the surface is there, so that will happen again. It will be the weak path to penetrate all these water, chemical, sulfate, carbon dioxide, chloride, etc. So what will happen? Eventually, it will deteriorate the concrete and the reinforcement, and in the both the cases we will not get the durable concrete, or we will not get the desired lifespans of the concrete. So that is why temperature is very much important in the environment temperature as well as the concrete temperature. Nowadays we are doing the mass concrete, we are doing the temperature control and temperature monitoring. So that is also we need to know that if our concrete is a mass concrete, we need to prepare a low temperature concrete whenever we are pouring or the time of pouring, and also we need to protect the concrete entire the period of when the heat of hydration is generating, so that there will be no thermal cracks. So what is mass concrete and what is the thermal gradient and what is the temperature control and monitoring process? I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. Please check. You will get the full information. Now, another thing is also this very much important, but sometimes we are neglecting, that is alkali aggregate reaction, or what is we call ASR. That is also is affecting the concrete lifespan or the concrete durability. So what is alkali aggregate reaction? ASR is a chemical reaction that occurs between the alkalis, that is a sodium and potassium, present in the cement paste and certain type of reactive silica found in some aggregate used in concrete. So if the reactive silica is present inside the aggregate, it will react with the sodium or potassium which is available in the cement paste. And if it is react, what will happen? This reaction produce an alkali silica gel which absorb moisture, soils, and causes internal pressures within the concrete, leading to cracking and other forms. So this will form a gel and it will absorb moisture. So it will internal pressure within the concrete and there will be a cracking and other form of distress. So these are coming like this is the map like. So why it is how it is impact this alkali silica reaction of toward concrete strength and concrete durability? That is very much important that you need to know. It will be in detail. That is what is expansion and cracking. The gel formed by the alkali silica reactions absorb water, soils, and creates internal pressure. So it will absorb it and it is increase the volume. So what will happen? It will internal pressure will generating. So this pressure causes the concrete to expand and eventually crack. This cracking form is typically a map like. So I have given showing the picture before. This map like is for the alkali silica reaction. This type of surface cracking will generate. So or wave-like and appear on the surface of the concrete. In severe cases, it can lead to structural failure. So we are often neglecting these things, that the alkali silica reaction, but it has the very much important or the impact on the concrete strength or the concrete durability. So if this happening, first thing that crack and the concrete distress will happen. Again, that will reduction in the strength. The crack caused by the ASR weaken the structural integrity of the concrete, leading to a reduction in both compressive strength and the flexure strength. And if it is a reduction, then of course we will not get the durable concrete and we will not get the lifespan what is desired for. Then ASR reduces the durability of concrete by allowing moisture that always, if there is a crack, this all will enter into the concrete and again the concrete will be problem. And also that's aesthetic quality also will be problem. See, if it is concrete is like that, nobody will accept this concrete. Other than the structural failure, the architectural failure is also there, and it is reduce the surface life as I discussed. So these are the impact on the ASR on the durability. So how we can prevent the alkali silica reaction? Use of non-reactive aggregate. So whenever we are selecting the aggregate, you need to know that it is there is not contain any reactive ingredients that can cause reaction with the sodium and potassium which is present in the concrete. Then low alkali cement, using cement with a low alkali cement, that is also help to reduce the ASR. Then supplementary cementitious material also help. Then chemical admixture and proper moisture control. So if there is no moisture, that can not happen. So proper moisture control also help us to reduce the ASR effect on the concrete. So these are the thing about the alkali silica reaction, which is has a detrimental effect on the concrete strength and the durability. Another thing is, what is a carbonation? The carbon dioxide is not good for our health. The same way it is not good for the concrete health itself. So if there is a carbonation is happening, then the concrete will deteriorate. But carbon dioxide is present in our environment and it is day by day is increasing. That is a greenhouse effect. So what will happening? Carbonation of concrete is a chemical reaction between carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and the calcium hydroxide present in the concrete. This reaction forms calcium carbonate and reduces the alkalinity of the concrete. Due to this chemical reaction, reduces volume and carbonation shrinkage, cracks generate. So this is also a detrimental effect on the concrete. How it is affecting the concrete? See, the pH reduction. So what is the pH of the concrete? pH of the concrete is in between 12 to 13, but it is alkaline. But if in this alkaline, whenever with this reacting with the carbon dioxide, then it is come to below or around below, make it is less alkaline. This reduced pH affect the passive protective layer around the embedded steel. Reinforcement increase the risk of corrosion. So for this alkalinity of the concrete, that is pH 12 to 5 to 13, it also help us to corrosion protection of the steel. But whenever the carbon dioxide is start reacting, this is lowered down to below 9, then this protective layer is breaking. So now the concrete is exposed for the corrosion. So this also accelerate the corrosion of the concrete. Then corrosion of the concrete will happen, then loss of structural integrity. If the corrosion is there, then the strength will reduction, cracks, falling, and the distress will happen. So again, the structural integrity is a problem. Then permeability increase, again, all this, the concrete strength and the reinforcement corrosion will start. Then reduce surface light and environmental exposure. Surf structure exposed to CO2 rich environments, urban and industrial areas, moisture and more vulnerable for the carbonation. And also another thing is happening when this pH is reduction coming to the 9, then these algae start forming on the concrete surface, or different types of vegetation also can start reacting. And if the vegetation is starting, again it is increase the moisture retention and the durability factor also, again the deteriorating. So we are not getting the lifespan of the concrete, or the durability of the concrete will reduces. So carbonation of concrete also has a detrimental effect on the concrete. Then abrasion. What is abrasion? Then deterioration or disintegration of concrete due to severe abrasion. When concrete is subjected to moving high volume of water or floating ice, then this can also affect the concrete durability. Next is chemical attacks. Already we discussed that the sulfate, chloride, that all is present in the soil, or for the underground concrete, or in the environment, that is also affect the concrete durability. Next is wetting and drying cycle. This is very much important for the marine areas. When concrete is exposed to alternate wetting and drying condition, such as tidal wave. See, wave is coming and wave is going. So once is drying, again is wetting. These also cause this concrete durability problem. What is happening? For this alternate drying and alternate wetting, the secondary stress is developed in the concrete. Due to this stress, the cracks is generating. So for this also, the cracks will generate. And if the cracks is generated, all we know that this water will penetrate, all the harmful chemicals will penetrate, carbon dioxide will penetrate, and our concrete durability will be a problem. So if this, it also is problem for the wetting and drying cycle repeatedly. Then use of admixture, that is also important. We are using admixture now in every concrete. So admixture like superplasticizer, water reducer, and corrosion inhibitor can enhance concrete's durability by improving workability and reducing water content. So whenever we are using admixture, that also we need to know what type of admixture is suitable for us and what is the ratio, what is the dosage. That also you need to find it. If it is not as per the requirement, then again there will be issues for the durability. So these are all the factors that are affecting. Maybe in another factor, if you know, please let me know other factor also. So these are the factors that are affecting durability. Please, whenever you are selecting your mix design or you are doing the concrete, please keep in mind on these topics, on this factors, and make your concrete more durable and lifespan will be achieved. And if you find this one useful, kindly subscribe and like, share of my channel. And if I'm waiting for your valuable comment, so that from your valuable comment everybody will be benefited. And if you want to know anything more about quality control and construction, please let me know. I will come with more content like this. And thank you once again for watching me.